everybody. Happy Thursday. Well, have you let it all soak in yet? Pretty powerful stuff. Lives are going to change. I'm so happy for everybody. Anyway, the potential is so vast. I hope you see it. I hope you see it. Anyway, here's Marty. Hello, everyone. Well, we've had a few days to let it soak in. I tell you what, it's pretty exciting stuff. It's pretty exciting stuff. This is a business that I could have only dreamed of years and years ago. In fact, I think I was looking for this business when Ash was still in his 20s. Anyway, yeah, great stuff. We didn't hear anything yet, as you know, from Red and Chris about the next test for Connect, but that's okay. In the meantime, a few things. I believe Chris brought it up, but Big John White mentioned some people haven't added their country to OES. Go into OES, make sure everything's okay. I mean, just double check everything. It's a good idea. I mean, you want to make sure it is what it is, and you are who you are, and you're from where you're from. It's just a fantastic idea. So I hope everybody's having a great day. 360, I got a lot of feedback. It was good, which is fantastic. I, Mike's been working every day, and he was off yesterday, so we could pull him on. So it turned out a lot. It turned out really good. And I think what helps any of us, you guys, me, Red, Chris, anybody that does lives or webinars, if you speak from the heart, you speak what you believe, people know. I mean, it's not like rocket science, you know. Oh, that guy's you know. Well, I can listen to somebody a few minutes and say, does he really care about what he's saying, or is he just saying it? And it makes a difference to me. And I think it's because of all the years online and the job I was in before I wound up on disability. Was I dealt with a lot of people around the world, and you had to go, but you had to know the sincere and people you trusted. Trust is such a big deal. And this whole business is on trust and faith and believing. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, if they can't see it, taste it, touch it, it can't be real. That's not me, and that's not most of you, or you wouldn't be here. In fact, it's very easy to divide who can have the faith, who has the trust, who has belief that there's something bigger and better. The ones that said no don't have that thing. You know, they just don't. And you know, I've talked to Chris, I've talked to Red, I've talked to many people. Convincing is really a waste of time. You could share something, show your enthusiasm, people will follow you that relate to you, but twisting an arm or talking them into it, even if you're a very, very good salesman, like the best of the best, you sell somebody on something, they do something, and then later they regret it. That's a horrible feeling. Now, some people can do that and feel fine about it. I didn't like it. I mean, I want people to look at what we have, but I want them to look at it and see it how I see it, with your mind's eye, with your heart's eye, and you go, "Whoa!" You know, I mean, I if you just put, it's hard to come in on passive for me now as a customer and play. I've never seen it before. How am I going to react? Now I did it. I opened up an account as a free person. I just went in as a free person and tried to let go that what I really know. And it's almost impossible. But what I saw, I did it through Chrome, and it was just yesterday or day before, and I was blown away. I just, Tan Street, thank you for the super sticker. I just want to say, I believe with all my heart that it's going to go viral. And I mean big time, very fast, and we will be amazed. I believe we'll be amazed. Um, I just don't see how it can't. Now, a lot of people that are in on passive maybe never used any of these tools, never really had a reason to. Somebody did it for them, or they were in a company that they, whatever. But there's millions and millions and millions of people that have used products that we have, much much inferior products that we have, and they're going to see the difference. They're going to see it crystal clear. And the beauty of the company, and the smart and the technology and the way they the way they did it is so genius, was giving away the free products. They're giving away like Onet, Otrim, Omail. Listen, they could have charged. They're state of the art. All of them are state of the art. And they all have something that the competitors or something like that don't have. And some of those they charge, and none of them are unlimited. And then to have the cornerstone of your company be a be something called Oh Bless, which they pocket no money. None. If there's a cause, something happened like this devastating thing in Syria, whatever amount of money, whatever up to the penny goes to the cause. And that means a lot. That means a lot, because the pay for admin, the company's going to take that pay. They're going to absorb that cost. It's huge. That's huge. And then, like I said yesterday on 360, people say, "Well, I'm not this. I thought we didn't have to do this. I thought I'm not a marketer." You're not a marketer. The company is. But what's the beauty of that is when you look in the mirror, you're looking at one of the best marketers on the planet. I don't care who you are. Why? Because all the work, the heavy load is done for you. All you have to do is point. I want traffic to go here. I mean, how powerful is that? And because you have almost a million people a day just in one marketing ploy in Dubai, 200 million a year, which is going to grow. Obviously, the marketing of a sub just constant barrage of on passive, it's going to explode. And listen to the genius. Yes, we could have went to New York, we could have went to Colorado, we could have went to Michigan, we could have went and did all this big advertising, find a big building there, whatever. But targeted traffic, AI, digital, where else on the planet is bigger and more popular in that field and that part of the industry than Dubai? No one. It's mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. It's Thursday, and like I said, I would expect something any day, any minute. Oh, we're going to do something Saturday. We're going to do something tomorrow. We're going to. I would not be surprised. They're working around the clock all the time. Um, and like I said, on passive, it's like a 1,000 lane highway. Everybody can have their own lane and go as fast as you want. There's no speed limit. You can go 5 miles an hour. You could go 100 miles an hour because we've got rockets. You could go to speed of sound and on passive if you want to. That's the beauty of on passive. You can do whatever you want. For me, The faster, the bigger, the harder I can go, the more I'm going to do it. Not because of greed, but I know the more resources I have, the more people I can help. Simple. It's that simple. And I know, and I enjoy marketing, by the way. I enjoy looking at who did what age group, why did they do it, what are they thinking? And I mean, you don't always know all those answers, but if you get fed back to you all this information, you can look at it and go, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why that country clicked on that more than any other country or whatever. I'll give you an example. When I was doing a company asked me, myself, Mike, and Dan, they were going to do an app, a game, and we, we decided, hey, let's do a blast to everybody on Facebook. Not everybody, but we ran it for a while. Who is your favorite NFL team? That's what we said. And you would think, well, every every state has their favorite. The numbers should be fairly close, but they weren't. They weren't. There was an average per state, maybe, but the number one, and I mean by far, like triple. And this isn't me because it's not my favorite team. I'm not a big sports fan of football anyway, but I watch it. I watch the Super Bowl. I'll watch it Sunday for a while. But was the Dallas Cowboys. No matter where we sent it, all the clicks, like 75%, maybe not that high, 70% were Dallas Cowboys. And people can say, oh, that's not true. I don't believe it. Doesn't matter what you believe. The facts were, the numbers showed us that. Amazing. What does that do? It tells myself, Mike, and Dan, hey, tweak this a little bit and go a higher percentage towards the Dallas fans. And you say, well, why would you do that? You want them all. Well, it doesn't matter. We want a sports fan. Didn't matter. Well, then we did the same thing for the NBA. We did the same thing for soccer. We did the same thing for cricket. We did. Yeah, we went crazy. The sad thing of all that was the game wasn't any fun. And what do I say? I mean, we did it though, but that's how, but we learned. But to get all that info, we had to do it. We had to physically get the info. On passive, you don't. Lister puts out something and sends traffic to a site. She makes herself a trim URL. Every day she can go in the back, open the back office for that trimmed URL. That one has its own little back office, no joke. It will tell you where it clicked, what city, what device they were using, what browser they were using. No joke. Numbers don't lie. Data, it doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. And that's the beauty of it. A lot of people in marketing, and I'm just going to give you none of this matters for you because you all this is done for you. I'm just giving an example. In marketing, never ever fall in love with an ad or an email or a picture or an image because the outcome is it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what the majority thinks. And I want to tell you something. On passive, strategically, is masters at that part of it. They're right now, and they didn't tell me. I'm not in the office. I don't go back there. I'm not invited there. That's okay. They have right now data that is painting them a picture of what's going on. And they know now, this is my opinion. I don't work for the company. It's my opinion. They know now that it's going to go viral. You know, if you do it right and nobody does it like on past it, no one, they got the smartest guys running it. I don't know anybody smarter than Mr. Mufara. The smartest people he surrounded himself with, and the outcome to that is, oh my God, watch out. And we don't have to be any of that. None of it. I don't even have to leave my home. So it's pretty powerful. And all of us, and I mean all of us, in my opinion, will be successful. At what rate and what time, I don't know. Ash never ever, and he said this on the other webinar the other day. He never ever, and I've talked to him personally many times. Ever did he mention money, how much, or any kind of time? Never. That's no joke, and I respect that more than anything. Not more than anything, but I respect it's very high on my list. Why? Because I was in other, no, I don't want to say others comparing it to on past. There's no comparison. I was in shiny object opportunities that did just the opposite. If you do this for 90 days, you get three, who get three, who get three, who get three, who get three, you will be a multimillionaire. Do the math. So you start to do the math to go, oh, they're right. Guess what though? 98.5% of the people can't even get three. And 99% probably won't even try. Sounds horrible. Sounds horrible. But listen, it just is. So what comes along? Ash says, look, I can go into business, I can make money. And he can. He's a super affiliate. If you go look back in the one company that I think he's still in, actually, he was the number one promoter. 360, 460 people in 1 week. There's people that don't get that in a lifetime. There's people who never get it. Never, never. And what did he do? What did Mr. Mupara do then? If you look at the history of what happened, the best I can see, the true story of Mr. Mupara is while he was doing it because he is who he is, he sees casualties of marketing. Wait a minute, I need to build something that I can give to them to help them succeed. And he gave it away. So when you hear people say stuff, go get the facts. He gave it away for people to use. And I believe he said, and I don't want to quote 100%, but here's what I believe he told me. Even though he made it and paid for it himself, tens of thousands of dollars, 1% used it. So even given the silver platter, they wouldn't take it. But in passive, because of why you were brought in, and everybody drew each other. We all feel pretty much the same way. We all have vision. I believe in air, even though I can't see it. Try going without it for 5 minutes, okay? But I believe if you can believe it, it can happen. If you believe it, it will happen. And a lot of you are the same way. There's nothing wrong with that. What made the world change were people like that. I want you to think about people that aren't like that. And could you imagine anything ever moving forward? And do you ever notice people with technology, the ones that are not dreamers, they have no vision, they tell you how it's going to hurt the world. This is going to, artificial intelligence is going to take jobs. This is going to take jobs. Look at the facts. Go to the facts. Stop listening to people that have an opinion. They got a big mouth. Big mouth doesn't make you right. Like everybody, go, I'll go to Google. I'll go to Google. Google isn't truth. Google's information that's there. It doesn't have to be the true information. That's why you got to research. You got to look at, and sometimes when you look at something that just doesn't make sense, guess what? It doesn't make sense. You don't need anybody to tell you. Well, that doesn't make sense. This guy's this guy's that. He's done all this. He's done all that. He's walking around in broad daylight. Come on, it doesn't make sense. So people need to, whatever you're doing, especially what I'm passing. It doesn't matter now what I'm passing. You guys see what's been happening. It's far beyond anything any of us could have imagined. There's no doubt about it. There's no way that I thought when I got here in the end of February 2019 that one day soon, if you look at the actual scope of things, one day soon, the company that I'm in that I thought was going to be fantastic owns 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa. One of them is the highest office in the world, Burj Khalifa, in a country that it's not that easy to get your foot in. Not only are they in, they're in the Burj Khalifa. Second one, we have video cameras all over the city. On passive, free. You know, the products are showing boom, 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 how to get to it. And then our name 10 years on one of the biggest, most traveled train stations in the world. There's no freaking way would I have thought that. Did I expect greatness? Yes. That's not greatness. That's magical stuff, okay? It's not, that's way beyond this head or anybody. If somebody told you, oh, I knew it was going to happen, they are full of crap. They should dig out their head, throw it in the dirt, and plant some flowers because it ain't nothing but fertilizer. They're lying. But anyway, the beauty of that, when you look at that and you look at even the stairs going up in that train station has passive, that's for you. Does that blow you away? When you watch it on your screen on TV or friends of yours have seen it and they call you, you're part of that. You're part of that. That's crazy. That is absolutely bizarre. Bizarre, bizarre, bizarre. And when you get that here and flowing through your veins, you don't need to hear any crap. I know I don't, and I don't want you to either. Chris Johnson, one of the biggest hearts of people I know. A lot of people dump their problems on Chris. It happened to me for the first couple of years, and then I realized, wait a minute, do they see what we have? And I spent, I don't know, thousands and thousands of hours on either webinars or lives because I wanted to, pointing out, trying to put a magnifying glass in front of everybody's eyes. That's all I did. Look, look, look. You really do you see? And you can see people's face change. It brought the diamonds out of the rough, right? You started in the last couple of years. You've seen people that even if they've been in 4 years, you never heard of them, you never saw them. Now they're starting to pop out. Everybody knows everybody's name that are the furniture of Unpassive. I hate to call you furniture, but it just makes sense. You know that comfortable furniture? That's what all of you are in this house of Unpassive. And by the way, and I said this before, Mr. Mupar can read off, I believe, over 200 names. But how do I know? He did it. He does it all the time. Yeah, invite. I'm like, what the freak? How's he remembers it? Why? Loyalty, trust, And when he looked over his shoulder while he's walking through dog manure, 5 foot of mud, people throwing arrows at him, he looked back and said, "Cynthia's still with me." Sherry Green's right there. Look at there's Gina Leva, Mike Kloss. Oh, he's there. He's always there. I see him. I see Rob Gorman. I see Chris Johnson. I see Mike Ellis. Some of us, our heads a little higher because we did different things, but he knows who's there. We never buried. And even some people that done maybe buried back off and on. I mean, we have a really good group of people, and you remember that. Karina just said it: loyalty, trust, love, caring, compassion. That's unpassive. And what's better than that? We have the best products in the world. Anyway, keep your eyes open and your ears open and look for something to come out very, very soon. And Lois White, thank you for the super sticker. I mean that at the bottom of my heart. 194 people here. How many total? 418. Not bad. How'd you know that was in there? Whoa, it's creepy. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna let you all go. I want you to have a wonderful day. I hope you're stoked. I know most of you are. Um, Thank you for being here. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. And I will see you all maybe later, who knows, but definitely tomorrow. Have a great day. Uh oh, it's not working. Anyway, goodbye.